Gamers, welcome to my channel. I just want to point out certain things about the current gaming situation in the community of the Sony Interactive Entertainment. I realized, right, the only last game, right, that is only exclusively available on Sony PlayStation is Death Stranding 2. Yeah, man. Could you believe it? This is the only game you could not be able to play on Windows device or SteamStore. So if I was searching on the SteamStore, right, you can see from here, I'm not sure whether it's clear or not, they only have Death Stranding Director's Cut. So if you want to play Death Stranding 2, you can't play on Steam, or you couldn't play on Xbox Game Pass because there's no Death Stranding. So if you own a Steam Deck, or if you own a ROG Ally, Lenovo Legion Go, MSI Claw and all that, you can't play Death Stranding 2. You know, it's because it's only exclusively on PlayStation. So like this, as you all know, right, recently there are so many games already came to PS from PlayStation, from Microsoft, Xbox, like the Forza. That is one of the games that wasn't around like for years, only came in like only a few months ago, I think. Forza Motorsports was only exclusively on Microsoft, Xbox and Steam, but it wasn't in, it wasn't in at PS, but now it's in PlayStation. So it's both, I think, kind of like win the situation. So for PlayStation, you do not need to get a really expensive laptop or desktop in order to play Forza. Now you can play Forza, but the problem is that with this coming in here, right, will it affects like Gran Turismo 7, Gran Turismo franchise, you know what I mean? Since Forza is in, you can't play Forza, right? But now you only, last time PlayStation, right, we can play GT7, so, but GT7 is also exclusively for PlayStation. So you can play PlayStation GT7 on your portal and on your PS device, but not on your handheld like the ROG Ally or the Lenovo Legion Go or MSI, with the Steam Deck. You can't play GT7 and Death Stranding 2, but the rest, most of the game, you can play. Yeah, I found out that like God of War, you can play everywhere now, Used to be only exclusively on PS5, but God of War, you can play everywhere now. You can play in Steam Deck, you can play in Ragnarok as well, the latest God of War. You can play in like God of War Ragnarok, you can play God of War. Now it's available on Steam. So if I search this God of War, you can see even God of War Ragnarok, it's on Steam store now. So it used to be just exclusively available on PS5. I'm not sure. I think The Last of Us 2 as well. The Last of Us 2 as well. Last of Us, yeah, Part 2 Remastered is also available on SteamStore. Horizon Zero Dawn, Horizon Zero Dawn, the complete edition as well. Horizon, what's the latest Horizon game? Horizon Forbidden West complete edition. So let's see what's the Horizon availability in PlayStation. Let's check it out. Horizon Forbidden West, yeah, that's the latest one. Zero Dawn, Call of the Mountain. So it's also available on SteamStore now. This is released on year 21st March 2024. And you can play this on your handheld already. Basically, a lot of the PlayStation exclusive games, you can play it on your Windows. You can play it on your Lenovo Legion Go. Almost every game, except for Gran Turismo 7, except for what's the game again? Gran Turismo 7. So only these two games, man. If I'm right, if I'm not right, the main games that PlayStation was exclusive is in order for you to play this game, you need to have PlayStation 5, PlayStation 4, PlayStation, you know, Sony PlayStation, like Gran Turismo 7. You can't play Gran Turismo 7 in your you know, Windows PC desktop. Only these two, man. And Death Stranding 2, I think confirmed soon. It's going to be everywhere. I think soon the game is going to be all everywhere. And as well as you can't play the Microsoft Flight Simulator as well on PS. So if you want to play Microsoft Flight Simulator, you can't. But you know what? Microsoft Flight Simulator is coming soon. Microsoft to PlayStation, man. So who's gonna buy a nobody's gonna spend so much money on a really high RTX Nvidia RTX, those graphic cards already, because you can do that on the PS5, you know. You see, it's coming in. You got a pre-order. It's releasing in December, end of this year. It's coming to PS5, and the graphics will be much better than my Lenovo Legion Go, because the graphics and gameplay on PS5 is much better. So, and I got this. I can play on my portal as well, Microsoft Flight Simulator. So all of the game from the Windows, Xbox, and SteamStore will be in PS5, but it will be more expensive. The price is going to be higher. So you get better deals from here, from playing here, because the games are cheaper here. I don't understand why, but PlayStation games are more expensive. But unless you got a really good deals, that you have to go to the deals and check when is the offer, then you can get a better deal and play on PS5. But it's all coming in. It's all coming, and you got a benefit of Gran Turismo 7 and Death Stranding 2. That's one thing over the handheld. But handheld, you can play almost everything in PS5 already. So handheld is good as well, because you don't need internet. You don't need internet. And I have not tried those Z2 Extreme, those Intel 7, you know, MSI Claw AI Plus. So I'm not sure what's the graphic is like and how is it to play on dock. But if they dock, you can put the eGPU as well and get a good graphics as well, and you can play your game on the go. But PS5, you can't really play your game on the go unless you got a good internet Wi-Fi speed connected to your PS5 at home, like there over there, my PS5. But I do not have Wi-Fi at home, so I can't connect it. So this is just something I just want to say about the gaming situation that is going on now. It's not like last time anymore. It's like Forza, you only can play it on your Windows PC or Xbox, and GT7 you only can play it on PS5. But now Forza has come into PS5 as well. So PS5 is gaining a lot of market share. I mean, like, they are going to the market share for the laptop and the desktop side, man. I think it's a good deal for Sony PlayStation to get all this game to come into the PlayStation gaming community, man, because it's both different, right? So usually if I own like PlayStation, I wouldn't get, like, you know, a PC or desktop. But for those PC or desktop, they wouldn't get PlayStation. But PlayStation now, the price is still you want to not, if you're not talking about pro, it's still affordable compared to the desktop, man. Desktop is more expensive, especially the RTX, you know, and the graphic cards one with high, with you know, with 5080, 5090. I think a lot of people rather opt for PS. It's just a short video. I'm just not going to say much, but these are the games that I just realized that is available and you could play now in PS, and you do not need to get, I think for those PlayStation owners, they do not need to get a desktop anymore to play Microsoft Flight Simulator or Forza, man. These two games are, yeah. And at the same time, they have the benefit to play Gran Turismo, which is not available in the other, in the PC world, in the PC and Windows side, you know. That's what I'm, yeah, trying to say. But now is Gran Turismo still have this large group of gamers in? I think so, because they have this annual world championship, right? So I think all this with Car X Street, with all these other Forza, all these other car games, right? Will it, when it's coming into PS5 community, will it affect Gran Turismo 7? Are they still going to have a Gran Turismo 8? You know what I mean? Are all the gamers still into Gran Turismo 8 when the power of handheld is already coming in so fast, so strong, and everyone is in already now with the handheld? Handheld is taking over. We're moving backwards in a kind of way. We're already in 4K, right? Gaming and everything in PS5, right? We already have the very best graphics, right? But now we're moving backwards to handheld, and the graphics are all HD now. So we're climbing back up again. So we're going back, reversing our gear, and we're restarting again. And one day, when the handheld is going to be like 4K, right? I think this is really going to affect a lot of the PlayStation. But at the moment, I think PS is still very strong. Unless they have a dedicated handheld that they can play, they can run 4K 60 FPS on the handheld itself. Well, that would be PS6 or probably, or PS7, PS8, and you can dock. You know what I mean? Yeah, they need to, I don't know, downsize PS5, man. They need to downsize PS5, but the graphics is much better than the handheld. They need to make it 4K. Yeah, 4K 60 FPS. The least for the handheld to, yeah, I think this is what they're doing now. I think the PlayStation community and stuff. But I still PlayStation is a very strong community. Like me, I'm still a fanboy for PlayStation. I'm still part of the PS world. The first games console that I have is just PlayStation. I'm not so much of a computer, or you know, or the not so much of PC and desktop, more on the PlayStation. Yeah, I think that's just about it, just to inform you that these are the games left exclusively on GT7, I mean on PlayStation, PS4, PS5. This is the game like GT7, and as well as the Death Stranding Part 2, man. Yeah, alright. So yeah, I think that's about it. I'll see you all in the next one, okay? So I just want to say, enjoy gaming, be happy and cool always. Take care. Take care.